But right now we're going to go to the NRA. Rachel Parsons is standing by. There she is right there. Hi, Rachel. How are you?
Doing well. How are you?
Good. What's the weather like up there in Virginia today?
Oh, it's nice outside today.
Nice.
It's a little warm.
A little warm.
I'll take that. I'm not ready for summer to be over just yet.
Oh, okay. All right. Very good. All right. Now tell us a little bit about Cass Sunstein. Now, many of us don't know. I know that the airways are full of a lot of information about him. I'm a little confused. Maybe you can help me out.
Sure. Well, he is a professor at the University of Chicago Law School. He is very radically anti-hunting. A lot of his opinions would fall right in line with some of the opinions of PETA. He has been on record saying that, and I can actually have the quote, that we ought to ban hunting if there isn't a purpose other than sport and fun that should be against the law. It's time now. So he's been on record saying that, he does not agree with hunting as a sport. He doesn't think that Americans should be able to participate in this hobby that has been passed down from generation to generation. This is very frightening for hunters all across this country for good reason. This man has, again, been on record saying that animals should be able to bring lawsuits against people, and their representation would be of a human kind. This stuff seems kind of comical a little to most of us, I think, but it's very real. And this man, again, has been appointed by President Obama as a czar, and this is something to be concerned about and something to keep our eye on.
It's absolutely scary, to tell you the truth. Where do these people come from, Rachel? I don't know how they even get in the administration. Well, okay. Now, as I understand it, he will be appointed to Czar of the Regulatory Affairs and Office of Information. Is that correct? Now,
that is correct, yes.
And they must have more duties than this, but obviously he has a personal opinion which he's bringing with him to this office about hunting, correct?
Sure. He's written, he has lots of opinions that would be far more radical than anything that most of us have heard on several issues. But the one we're concerned about is obviously his views on hunting and animal rights. Now, of course, we don't think that there should be any mistreatment of animals. However, we do believe that hunting for sport and for game is something that has been ingrained in our society and has been passed down from generation to generation. And we have a very strong and rich hunting heritage in this country that should be preserved. And that's why we're here. That's why we're around, just to keep an eye on folks like this who are coming in and who could be making decisions for us and could affect the way we see hunting in the future. So we're keeping our eye on this fellow. We're going to make sure to let everyone know if something happens, if something comes across his desk, or he makes a decision or comment, we are going to be the first to let you know, our NRA members know, and we'll make sure to get the word out.
Very good. Now, as I understand it, too, I think it was Senator Corrin from Texas and possibly some other senators are opposed to this appointment, which comes as no surprise. However, I don't know the appointment can actually be prevented. But, I hate to end a segment with you without some sort of a recommendation. Is it possible that if folks contacted their legislature, that something could be done to prevent him coming into office? I have to ask.
Of course. Well, there's always something that we can do. Again, the NRA doesn't have a vote in the Senate, unfortunately, but the reason that we are so effective in the Senate is because we have folks like NRA members, your viewers, who will call their senators and let them know what their opinions are. That's about all that we can do at this point. We really do encourage people to call and let their senators know how they want them to at least have an opinion on this appointment. Again, this guy has been out there talking having lots of public comment about banning hunting. Again, when we have someone who is coming out in speeches or writing books suggesting that hunting should be banned, that's something to be concerned about, and that's something to keep our eye on, which is what we're going to be doing. And that's why we have so many folks here in Washington, D.C. who can keep an eye on this guy to make sure that that any decisions that he does make doesn't erode our hunting heritage.
Okay. Rachel, I am getting some conversation here online, and they're asking me, do we know of his personal opinion on gun rights? Has that come up yet, or is it just hunting?
Just hunting.
Just
we
hunting.
We haven't heard what he thinks about on the Second Amendment and gun ownership, but we do know that he is a radical animal rights activist.
And I said I think you said earlier or referred to PETA as being along the lines of PETA at least.
Sure, his views fall right in line with those of PETA.
Okay, I actually have a funny that one person said here, can I see his picture again so that I can recognize him? So I'm going to show you his picture one more time. There he is right there. Now, you know, looking at the photograph, he looks like a friendly kind of guy that's very approachable, but be careful, ladies and gentlemen. This man is going to take away, or certainly has the potential to take away, your right to hunt. It's a scary situation. We got to keep our eye on him. This is a time, again, as we said, we don't know that we can prevent the appointment. It's sort of self-sealing at this point. But contact your legislature, contact your senators, your congressmen. At least let them know your feelings on the subject and see what happens from there. Is not much more we can do, is there, Rachel?
Well, that's going to be a good first step anyway. And, you know, again, we got to contact these folks, let them know, because, again, they're watchdogs as well in the Senate. So there are lots of pro-hunting, pro-gun senators who are working for your rights. And so, you know, as long as we're all watchdogs for this guy, then hopefully we can combat any kind of anti-hunting initiatives he would try to take.
Okay. Thank you, Rachel, for coming on this week. We'll see you again next week.